wrestlers with open arms. In the heat of the struggle, we feel no harm. Through the fingers grip like steel tools sharp. Together we thrive like a thunderstorm.
Boom. Now we're live.
Nice.
How's it going, buddy?
Good, man. How are you doing?
It's good. Good day in the gym, like I was saying earlier, and got
Hey,
to
you hit a couple PRs, huh? That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I hit a 95-pound hammer curl for 9. So it's I haven't really got that high before, so that was a PR. Yeah, that was pretty good. It's like a strict curl, but like a hammer curl.
Okay.
95-pound single arm, right? So
Cool.
yeah, I almost hit 10. That last rep, I couldn't get the last rep. So
Gotcha. Is that what you do? You do PRs for 10?
well, yeah, like right now I'm injured. So like see all my training partners, we have which we have another channel, YouTube channel for. It's called the Deadly Dungeon. So it's
Okay.
like 4 of us that trained constantly, right? So they were hitting some single rep PRs today, but I because of my elbow, because I tore my UCL and I have a flexor muscle right on the inside elbow. I ripped it in half in nationals. And so I'm not doing the single PRs right now. So I've had to modify it, adjust it a bit. So, but I mean, I have no shame in that. I figure I can do about 115 pounds for a single on one arm hammer curl.
Nice.
So like I think my strict record was 230 for 3.
Yeah, that's good,
so,
man.
No, it's getting up there. Yeah, no, it's getting up there. My training partner, he hit a 235 strict curl. So
Nice. You guys are beast.
Yeah, our numbers are starting to get pretty damn good. Yeah, our table curl right now, our PR is just 145 pounds, but for 7 reps. So, but we're working on that too. Clifton Erickson, my bro.
Yeah, I see him in the chat.
Yeah. Well, he sends me videos every night, so this is why
I get the same ones, dude. I get the same ones.
Nice. Yeah, Clifton's a beast, and he's a good friend. So,
He's awesome, dude.
I got to pull
him a few. I think it was like 6 or 7 months ago at a tournament, or maybe it was a year ago. He crushed me.
Yeah,
but it was fun. I enjoy talking to him. He's a good kid.
Yeah, I know he is. We phoned. I think we bugged him today. I think we phoned him. Was that last night? No, that was last night. We bugged him back. Yeah. We video called him at the gym. So
he's got a match coming up.
Against my teammate.
Okay, that's why he's
Victor Beloff. Yeah, Victor is no joke either. So that match, I'm actually really looking forward to that match. Yeah.
Canadian arm wrestling, it's strange because a lot of beasts and we don't see them, because they're not like traveling, but in Canada itself, they're well known, but it's funny. That's why they usually shock a lot of the Americans down here.
Yeah, we got like a lot of guys don't realize. I mean, I've been really bugging the guys here and I've been doing my best to promote them too. Like we ended up meeting up with some Montana guys there about a year and a half ago, and I made friends with them. And then we started doing cross promotions, doing events where we started pulling all the Montana boys, right? And then they're like, "Holy shit, man, you guys are strong," right? And I'm like, and we're just bringing our everyday guys. They're good pullers, but like a lot of the best pullers here, we haven't brought across yet. I think some of the guys were in Florida last year. I think Dustin was there, Dustin Houghton. I think he got second both arms or something in the qualifier. Dillis
at the East versus West.
Yeah, well, that one guy's was too strong for him. Then Ali Hamadia went down. He got a win on the left. He beat Artem at the qualifier last year. And then Victor Beloff, I think he placed second on both arms.
Nice.
But yeah. So we got our guys get down there a little bit, but we want to do a Florida. We want to do a Florida versus Alberta eventually.
Yeah, come on down in the winter, man. Nice to get away from that cold Alberta winter. I used to live in Banff and Saskatchewan when I was a youngster, I traveled out west, and man, the weather is friggin' raw out there. I thought Nova Scotia was cold because that's where I grew up,
Yeah.
and it's damp. But you guys have a raw kind of cold. Unless you're in Banff, it's nice.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we get the Chinooks here in Calgary, so we can
Okay,
have -30 one day and it could be +20 the next. So it's really weird, but it's hard on the system too, because you'll be like, one day you're freezing, and then the next day a Chinook off the mountains comes in, and it's like, beautiful,
shorts.
right?
Pull the shorts off.
Yeah, but I'll take it. I mean, you don't hear
Oh
me
yeah,
complaining. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
for sure, for sure. But yeah, yeah. So, I seen what was that 5 months ago now? You won a Harley Davidson.
Yeah, man. They had a
Yeah.
tournament down here. Brandon Morse put on a tournament. It's like a annual thing now. And well, it wasn't actually a Harley, it was a Yamaha, it just looked like it was
Oh, well, it was still cool. You still want
yeah,
to
it was
play.
cool. It was a cool
Yeah,
experience.
yeah.
I sold it back to
Uh-huh.
the guys because they want to kind of keep promoting it and stuff.
Okay.
So
Yeah, 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 yeah.
$1,500, that was a really good win.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
take it because usually it's the other way around.
Yeah, I
Investing in
know.
arm wrestling, it's a lot of money. Sometimes you travel and stuff. So, but it was a cool experience. My kid was there, so he got to watch me win it.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
he was
Yeah,
excited. So
that's
yeah.
always nice. I had my boy arm wrestling too, and then
Okay.
the worst thing happened. So
Oh no.
he had two events. He got in two events, and then we were at practice, and I like to the senior guy holds, the junior guy works. That's how we always work in practice. But he was working a little too hard, and he popped his UCL in
Oh
his elbow. So he
yeah.
was done out 9 months, and now he's got PTSD.
Yeah. How old is he?
Oh, he's older. He's
Okay.
20.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's in his 20s. I'm an old guy. Yeah, yeah, I'm an old
Oh,
guy.
how old are you? You can't be older than me.
I'm 40, almost
Ah,
47.
oh, you're still young. I'm
Yeah.
53.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you look good. I got nothing to worry
The
about that.
gray beard. It's the gray beard. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah,
Yeah, my kid's he's 12. He's been doing jujitsu for the last couple years. So, but he knows how to arm wrestle. It's funny, like just picks it up and stuff.
yeah,
But
yeah.
he actually pulled. They had a little kids tournament there. There's like 5 or 6 kids.
Nice.
He ended up winning. But yeah, it was
Wow.
cool.
We got a big youth scene here. Like I think we had over 250 youth entries at
Oh
Canadian
wow,
Nationals.
that's incredible.
Yeah, well, we usually do anywhere from 700 to 1,000 entries at nationals.
Damn, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, Canada is like people like, you know what? I recommend you boys come down here because
Oh
like
yeah, for sure.
yeah, it's popping here. Like Ottawa Open they had 920 entries last year, I think. So, like we get big events here, man. Like, and there's a lot of pullers. Like the level here in Canada, it's pretty high. Like we got some world champs too, but we have a lot of guys, like you said, they don't travel. So this weekend coming up at the Shaw Classic, we got some boys going down. They're going to go down with Matt. Josh Bellin's going down to prove a point because he had a
Ah,
match. Well, he had a match with Philip Larson, and they pulled it from him and gave it to Matt because they thought
okay.
maybe Philip would crush Josh, but I don't know, right? I think Matt's gonna handle Philip pretty easy. I think he's not the same guy. I mean, Philip's talking about Grundy beat him. It's like, yeah, well, you also beat Grundy when he was off the couch and studying for college, and he wasn't even training for 4 months, right? For
Mhm,
Matt,
mhm.
Grundy put in a full like dedicated training camp, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, like people don't think about, like all the factors. Like they just see who won. It's like when you're in a tournament, right? You kill everybody in the class, but you have a banger or two bangers in a row, and you're done. Like your arm's
Yep.
done, and some bum beats you, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that guy beat you." You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
well,
no, it doesn't go away, dude. Everybody remembers
yeah,
that shit. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
got like 20 YouTube videos of it,
Yeah, yeah, and it's just popping up everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah. Same with
yeah.
practice pulling too.
Oh
Sometimes people
yeah,
get
that's
like a little excited.
guys get five cameras around the
Yeah,
table.
yeah. They're
Yeah,
like Matt's been on the table for like 6 hours.
yeah.
You
I
get
had
like a
that.
little.
I had that with this one kid. His name's Gubbs. He's actually really good. He moved to Texas recently. He was
Okay.
one of our guys here. His name's Slava, but he's a Ukrainian, but he's so tough. He's so strong. Anyway, he used to come to practice. He's a 155 guy. And like I said, I hold and I let the junior guy work. So there was this practice where I was holding and I would give him angles and eventually he pinned me. So as soon as he got a pin on me, he's like, "Oh, blah blah blah," like in Ukrainian. Next thing you know, 5 cameras are all up. I'm like, "Oh, you think I'm gonna let you pin me now?" Yeah, I'm like, no, you know what I mean? So then I had to show him who's boss, right? So yeah,
Yeah, that
but
happens for
oh,
sure.
I know. So how long have you been pulling
And
entirely?
it's been a minute. I started in 2012, and so it's coming up this December will be 13 years. So, but it's a crazy. I got a crazy arm wrestling like career story, man. Like I grew up in Nova Scotia, and the reason why I started weight training at 11 is I started arm wrestling, and we used to have like a winter carnival,
Mhm.
and we'd have this event at our middle school, and then in high school we'd have this, and I was pretty good. And then I we used to just do it on like the cafeteria table, and then this guy Todd Hartland, he brought a arm wrestling table, and Rick Pinkney.
Yep. Yeah, I do, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's not my friend. Yeah,
No, he's
yeah.
not your friend. Yeah.
No,
So
no.
he would come and ref, and then I went to one tournament, and then I arm wrestled. I think Mark McVeigh might have
I
been
like
there.
him. He's a good guy. He's my
He is a
friend.
great guy. And
Yes.
do you remember what was his name? Greg Harnish, old
Yeah.
school puller, dude. He was like 20-time provincial champion. This is back like in the 80s and
Yeah.
90s, and kind of retired. He was a lobster fisherman. So anyway, I went to this tournament. He destroyed me, and then I was like, maybe arm wrestling's not for me. And then I started bodybuilding for 25 years. And then once I retired from bodybuilding, I was like, man, I wonder if there's any arm wrestling going on. And then I saw that there was, and
And
I
there
went
was.
to Florida State's, and I pulled the novice. They had a
Yep.
novice division. I ended up winning right-handed, and I think I placed third. Or sorry, I won left-handed, and then I placed third, I do believe, in right. And then I got the bug, man, and I was like,
Yeah.
now I got something to train for.
You know it. That's what. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it was kind of like a 360 circle, man. I started weight training to arm wrestle, and then I did bodybuilding, and then I got back to arm wrestling. But it's yeah, it's such a great sport. I really love it. It's challenging both physically and mentally, So
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Arm wrestling. I was a big fat bastard. I was sitting beginning of COVID, watching WAL, watching our game arms, watching all this shit because I had lots of time.
hmm
And I was sitting there, my wife came up to me and she goes, "Why don't you get a hold of some of these guys? And Brian, your hand, everyone says that you'd be great at arm wrestling. Like my whole family arm wrestled when I was young.
Okay.
I come from an arm wrestling family. So I'm like, yeah, maybe. I'm like, so I looked up Matt Mask and I'm like, hey, I'd like to start training, whatever. He goes, well, you ain't gonna get fucking any good unless you train. He goes, here's my address. I'm like, okay. So I drove out to Matt Mask's house and that was it. Like that night, I got beat by everybody. So everybody beat me. Little 150-pound guys were kicking my ass.
hmm
And it humbled me so much and made me fall. And that's why I think I fell in love with it. I was like, if you're beating me, imagine what I could do when I learned this, right? Because I know I'm stronger than everyone there, right? Because I come from like a strongman background. I
Okay.
love lifting big weight, right? So I was like, I know I'm gonna do good at this. So that was it though. And you know what? I went to my first event and I got my first. I won actually my first event. I won the gold. I was in the novice too, right? So I mean, but first time pulling on a table. That was it though. That feeling, that rush, like everyone said to me, when you get your first pin, you'll know. And I'm like, I got my pin and I was just like, damn. And I hit the table. I go, yeah, that's fucking it. And that was it. I was hooked. I was like
That's
that. And
awesome.
then ever since, man, like all I do is eat, breathe, and shit fucking arm wrestling. And I love it. It's my life. So yeah, I'm a promoter. I run events all the time. I,
Oh,
I
that's
arm wrestle.
incredible.
I train like a maniac. Like not too many people train as hard as me. Maybe Clifton because he's a maniac. But
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah. But yeah. And I've just fell in love with it in the community. You know what? There's not a stronger community than arm wrestling. Like as far as love and passion and
Oh yeah, no,
and
it's amazing.
brotherhood. You know what I mean? So
Imagine like you call up Matt Mask, and then you get to train with him, and he's like an elite puller. It's you don't have any other sport that you can like do that. You're not
No,
calling like,
no.
some LeBron James or whatever to
Well,
shoot
that's just
hoops.
it too, and even like even us on our level, right? I've influenced people. Like I've been at tournaments where drunk kids come up to me and they're like, "Wow, man, you're arm wrestling? Oh, wow, wow." I'm like, "Why don't you come tomorrow?" Next thing you know, the kid goes to the tournament, and then the next five tournaments, I see the same kid, and now he's hooked.
Hmm.
Like I've at least, those little influences where I've gotten people like that makes it all worth it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, for sure, dude. And you're
oh
doing a
yeah.
lot with, doing your podcast and like
Oh yeah.
promoting arm wrestling and stuff. That's really it's really
Well,
amazing to be able
yeah,
to do that.
and I support everything, like everybody. Like I'm a promoter, but I mean, I try to like every event I know of, I try to promote it for them. I try to, if there's matches at someone's event, I try to do interviews and try to hype up the matches. Like me and my two co-hosts, they couldn't make it today, but it's beautiful here. I don't really blame them, but
No, yeah, for sure.
yeah, but yeah, we do our part. And I mean, yeah, Mac Arm Wrestling, they sent me this jersey for
Yeah,
free
man.
just to
Ian's
wear.
my boy. I love Ian.
Yeah, Ian's a good friend of mine too. Yeah, yeah. So I try to support him and I wear his gear. And then I told Dexter, Dexter was on the pod last week, and I said, "Oh yeah, I need some East versus West stuff,
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
yeah, free, free." Yeah.
Freebies. I like it.
I support East versus West. I got posters, all the trading cards. I mean, I support them fully, right? So, and then,
Me
like I
too.
said, I support all the events. There's some though that I've had a hard time supporting lately because of the stupid dramas, right? And
Yeah, unfortunately, like a cycle. It comes in cycles. I feel like as it gets bigger, people try to control it a little bit more, and but I feel like those people get weeded out.
yeah, there's a beast, Ryan Bellinger or Bell. I always say your last name
Yeah,
wrong.
Bellinger. Yeah, and he's a
He
freaking
doesn't like
monster, dude.
Bellinger though. It's Bellinger. I always say it wrong. I know it's pronounced another way.
I always say everybody's name wrong, so don't
Me
feel bad.
too. Yeah, Ryan's a
That's
great guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
he's
had him on the
awesome, dude.
pod. Yeah, right before his match with Allen. I thought Allen was gonna honestly like. I thought Allen would be just too much in the hand, and the heart that Ryan showed in that match against Allen Ford. Holy shit!
No,
That
man,
was,
I knew Ryan was going to do well. He's a
yeah.
friggin' monster, dude,
Oh yeah,
and
he is his
dedicated to the
heart.
game, dude. That guy
Oh,
drives like
he has six
hours.
hours to
Dude,
practice.
that's
Yeah,
crazy. Like
yeah, I know.
I complain about driving an hour and a half one way, and this kid's driving 6 hours to go to practice. Like,
Oh, you're close, Clifton. Clifton's there. Yeah, believe me. You know
yeah,
what? Clifton just needs a little more matches more often, I think. I think one or two a year is not enough. I think Clifton should be pulling like 4 to 6 super matches a year.
I feel like that's a good amount, 4 to 6 a
I
year.
think so. I think if you're you know what? If you're on like Levon's level, sure, a couple a
Yeah, but
year.
that's a little different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's different, but I mean, like if you really are chasing that elite, where you want to start cracking the surface of it, you got to be active, right? Like you got to be, because I mean, even your losses matter. Well, they probably matter the most, but like they matter. So, if you're taking a few L's in those matches, that's your development's going to be so much more, right? Just,
yeah. You always learn so much from a loss for sure.
yeah.
It's
Well, nine
even
times
though
out of 10.
you hate them, because it is depressing a little bit, especially when you put as much effort into training and stuff. But
Yeah.
you definitely learn a lot, and it makes you a better. I find it makes you more hungry to train and
Yeah.
and
And to
kind of
fix
fix
those
those.
holes. Yeah.
Yes, yep,
Yeah.
fix those mistakes for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, super matches, one thing that I've really liked about it, and I've had quite a few now,
Okay.
um, is that you can adjust your training. Like every super match I've had, I've never prepared. I've only screwed up one super match because I took him for granted and I lost. I got tired. He bled me and I got tired. But all my super matches, I always prepare specifically for that person. So if you're gonna be a real inside guy, a hooker, I'm probably gonna train the shit out of my low hand, right? Like that low hand is all I'm gonna do in practice, and I'm gonna have everyone hook me. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll
Yep.
do everything I can. If you're a top roller, well, you know what? I'm gonna probably work on my hook, and I'm gonna be working just on my back pressure and my strap game because I have a really good hand. So if you're a top roller, if I can get to the strap, 9 times out of 10, I can neutralize you with my back pressure just because I'm with the strap, I'm really good. But yeah, just like, that's the difference, right? Like tournament, you just want to go in with your ace, right? Like a
Yep.
tournament, you're just like, I'm going to hit my ace and hopefully I go through everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a super match, though, you have time to prepare, right?
Yes.
Like,
I like that better.
me too. Me too.
And you know how many matches you're going to have. You kind of know like the endurance, I
Yeah,
mean, of course you can get caught up in some wars and stuff, but you kind of got an idea, worst case scenario, you might be there for 30 minutes, so.
exactly. Yeah, go to Canadian
And
Nationals, 27 people in your class.
yeah, that sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get it over with in one shot. You don't have to sit
Yeah.
around. That's one thing I don't like about arm wrestling is like you pull left-handed, and then just like
And
4 hours later, you got to pull right. Then if you're in the final four, depending on how they do the structure of the tournament, sometimes you're waiting 3 or 4 hours to pull
yeah,
again, and it's really hard to the adrenaline rush, and then that's
I
what
agree. Yeah,
kills me a lot.
yeah,
So
me too. Because I can only go up and down so many
yeah,
times.
man, it's
Yeah, yeah.
horrible.
I'm the same way. And not only that, I have to control my thought process. If I wait
Mm-hmm.
too long, just me thinking, I start thinking about pulling, I'll go, woo.
Hell
And then
yeah.
I'm like, whoa, settle down. And then it comes down. And then I got that gut feeling again, the
Mm-hmm.
butterflies.
Yeah, dude.
And
Yeah.
like 2 out, you do that 20 times before you pull, you're drained by the time you get to the table.
Then when you get to the table at the end, you're like, I don't
Yeah.
even give a fuck now because you're
Yeah.
like,
You're
you're
done.
just,
Yeah.
yeah, you're burnout,
Exactly. But
adrenaline drunk.
we switched something this year though, and maybe you guys should look at it too. I know, you know what, promoters don't like doing it because they don't want people leaving early or whatever. But what we're trying to do now is we do the youth still, and we still do our super matches if we have a few, like at the beginning of the event.
Mm-hmm.
But what we're trying to do now is have the pros up right away.
Yeah, that's
Because,
smart.
well, see, the thing is people don't realize the amateurs, the novice, whatever classes you got, semi-pro even they got now,
Yep.
they need to watch the pros,
Yes.
right? So
100%, dude.
I try to get the pros out first, so that way, you know what, the ones that are going to sit there and actually watch the matches are the amateurs, because they're going to go, oh, look at the way he's got his foot on the table. Look at that. Like maybe if I move my body a little bit, and next thing you know, you got these amateurs going on the table trying new shit. You know what I mean? Learning. Not that you really want to try new shit when you're new on the table, but you know what I'm saying? Like they can learn a lot by watching the pros go first, right? And you know what? A lot of the pros that I know, they'll stay for the whole event anyway because they like the after party, the after pull. You have some beers. Some guys want beers together at the end, whatever. Like, like the promoter, I've always heard it from the other side. The promoter's like, well, no, if we do that, then they'll just go home and then no one will be. Well, who cares even if they did? Like,
Yeah, they already paid and
they already
everything's
paid.
done.
Yeah, like,
And
yeah,
the
like what?
amateurs seem to have more of a turnout sometimes too. Like it depends.
Yeah,
But we started doing that here in Florida. The last few tournaments that I've been to, the pros pull first,
yeah.
just for that reason, is because same thing what you're saying is they get to watch the pros pull, and it makes no sense to make the pros,
Watch the amateurs.
yeah,
Yeah,
wait around and
exactly.
stuff. So, and sometimes
Well,
we'll do it all together. Like sometimes we'll run a bunch of tables depending on
yeah.
the
Yep. You have a
venue.
pro
So
table, an
yeah,
amateur table. We do that too sometimes. But I think it's important. I mean, I don't think, you know what I hate the most? And I'm a super, right? So I'll never be under 300 pounds.
yeah,
But the thing is,
you're waiting all day.
do you think I want to wait till fucking 6 at night every fucking tournament? Like, no, I don't. You know what I mean? I'm tired by the time. Then I might
Mm.
as well just go stay in my hotel and just let me know when it's getting close. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I think you should. I wish they would do something like that, like have a time period instead of
yeah,
like, because some tournaments you got to register that day, be there in
yeah.
the morning, the weigh-ins
Oh, I
and
know.
shit.
Yeah.
And then you're there like from 11 o'clock and then you don't pull till like 5 or 6 in
Yeah,
the
that's
afternoon.
crazy.
It's
That's crazy.
retarded.
It is retarded, and no
Yeah.
one can be at their best after sitting there all day or
Yeah.
standing. I have a hard time sitting because I like to stand and socialize. So next thing you
Yeah.
know, my legs are shot by the time I
Dude.
fucking pull.
If I sit too long, I'm old, man. My back starts
Yeah,
seizing up and
yeah,
shit. It's like I got to
yeah,
start stretching and do a whole nother warm up. So,
yeah,
but like even like fights and stuff, like UFC, the guys get
yeah.
there at a certain time. They know when they're going to perform. It's just, I think arm wrestling it would be a little bit better if we could have something like that. A little
No, I
more of a,
agree. I agree. More
or
structure.
let you register like as your class comes in. Like
Well,
instead
we
of
do
like,
the night before. We always do Friday night early
okay,
registry. We do that at every event here, pretty much. So Friday night between 6 and 9 o'clock, you can pre-register, weigh in. This helps the guys too. If they got a big cut, they can get
yeah,
rehydrated.
we do that too here.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah, yeah,
but a lot of guys don't register till later that day. Especially
yeah,
supers, right?
yeah. No, it's true.
You're not
Well,
like
if you don't, the thing is here, you have like I'm pretty strict. So you got pre-registry the night before and you got registry the day of. Honestly, if the registry closes at 11:30 and I I don't make exceptions. You're done.
Okay.
You either be there on time or you're not in the event. So I have gotten strict because another reason is it holds up the event. It screws up brackets. Mistakes start happening, especially now with digital brackets and stuff. It
Yeah,
can
yeah, that's
screw
true.
things right up. Yeah, it can screw things right up. And next thing you're down a half an hour, you're losing a half hour here because we got taking a quick intermission because they got the bracket all screwed up. So now you're waiting another a half hour for you know what I mean? I don't, I just think that, it's perfect. We want it to be professional too, right? So let's be professional, right? Like, yeah, it's important for me. Punctuality. It's
Yeah, well,
very,
if you want arm wrestling to be taken seriously as a sport, you got to have that because
yeah.
you're not going to have a sporting event like a football game go, oh, the wide receiver didn't show up. We got to wait
Yeah,
for this.
yeah. We're just gonna go without them for a
Yes.
half
Yeah,
hour. Yeah,
exactly. So
yeah,
you
yeah.
have to
I think so.
be
I think
respectful to
so.
the sport.
And I
Yeah.
think you can't. The problem is if you make exceptions, then you got to do it for everybody
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Everybody takes advantage of that. They're like,
Yeah, yeah. I've had calls. There's one guy that always seems to run late. Yo, just put me down and blah blah blah. And it's like actually I can kind of do it for him because he's a super.
hmm
Because you don't really have to make weight, right? So
yeah, yeah.
it's a little different when you're a super.
And
So I guess
there's people get stuck in traffic or
it
whatever. I
happens.
understand
It
that, but
happens.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Hmm. Yeah. So what do you got coming up down there? That's
We got
big.
we got King of Florida,
Okay, yeah.
and that's let me get the date right here, dude. I've been talking about it for the last couple months, and now my brain is fried. September 6th, we got that coming up. So it's 4 weeks away. It was 4 weeks away yesterday. So I have a match with Jordan Landry. It's a rematch. He beat me in April. We had a super match left-handed, and yeah, like you were saying earlier, like how you didn't take an opponent seriously, and
Yeah,
that's kind
one
of what I did with
one
him.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he taught me a valuable lesson.
yeah.
And so yeah, I learned a valuable lesson on that. Now I'm super motivated to kind of erase that wrong. And
Yep. Yeah, you
then
kind of
I have
overconfident.
yeah, for sure. It kind of humbles you, right? It makes
Yeah,
you understand. So
it does. It does big time. Yeah. So
then I
what was
have
it you just sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
no, go ahead, go ahead. No, I'm
What
sorry.
was it? You just thought you were just too strong for him?
I I just thought that yeah, that's really it. I just didn't take him seriously.
No, I agree. I agree. That's what I did. I seen this kid. His name's Brent. He's an up and comer too. So big shout out to Brennan Till. He's out of Idaho.
Okay.
He's a strong kid. He's a tire guy, throws tires all day. But
Wow. Yeah.
I watched all his footage, and I'm like, there's no way he's beat me. Like, if he pulls me like all these, and the thing is all the matches I watched of him, he just wrist curls and hooks. So I'm like, no one's ever hooked me. Like, no, I'm almost unhookable. So I'm like, I'm gonna crush him. So first round, boom, top rolled him. I just ripped him right to the pad. Second round, and it wasn't like that. There were slips that went on, all kinds of shit, right?
hmm
Second round, I mean, all of a sudden he's just like light grip, slipping and shit. He's pulling way different, back pressure. He's not trying to cut. He's doing everything different. And I'm like, fuck. So second round, I end up getting a good hole. I ripped him down. I had him that close. And he was in an arm break and he just held it. He didn't care. He goes, break my arm. I don't care. I'm like, holy fuck. So I just kept hitting him. And I kept pounding him. Instead of pressing, I was like, normally I would just come in and just press it. But for some reason, I had it in my head I was stronger, so I just kept fucking hitting. And every time I hit, he got a little more and got a little more and got a little more. And then next thing you know, I blew my fucking hand up. So by round three, now we're fucking even. Like, because he ended up coming back. And then round three, we had a war. And then round four, we had a war. And then the fifth round, I had nothing. He just fucking flat. So anyway, long story short, yeah, don't take people for granted.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Lesson learned, dude. I learned a valuable lesson with that.
yeah.
Hey, give me 1 second.
No worries. No worries. 8 people. I guess it's Sunday. I don't blame people. Both our co-hosts are doing shit too, so I tried getting a fill in, but
Had
it
to let
didn't
my
work out.
cat out, friggin'
Oh yeah, no
crying
worries,
at the
bro.
door. Friggin'
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
so you learn the lesson, it's a valuable lesson to be learned, and it just makes you train harder. So I'm
yeah,
looking forward to the rematch, and then I have another rematch in October with a kid, Austin Collins, and I really fucked that match up, man. I was beating him 2-0, and basically had the match in the bag, and I ended up fouling out. And by the time the last match, I was blown up,
you're
and
blown up. Yeah,
yeah, but I was getting aggressive too, and I just everything was gone,
I
man.
know what you mean. You were pumped, but
Yeah,
then
like after I won the
yeah,
first two matches, I'm yelling and screaming, and I'm like, and I don't even know why I was like, but
you're
the
just
the
pumped.
the ref was from East versus West, and I had a hard time with the cadence. Like I couldn't understand them,
Yeah,
and I just should have relaxed more. But we're pulling again, left and right, and he's a good competitor. So I'm looking
yeah,
forward to pulling him. I know he'll be stronger, and he's coming back from an injury too, so it should be a good matchup. I'm kind of excited. I like super matches a lot better now that I'm older because
yeah,
like we were saying, I'd rather get it over with and
yeah.
maybe still pull the tournament too, like because I don't really.
See how you feel afterwards.
Yeah, like I'm not really, if I lose, I lose because I'm at the
Yeah,
stage now in my career that I don't get well, super matches, yes,
yeah, they
they
bug
affect
you.
me the
Yeah,
losses, but if I lose in a tournament,
yeah.
it's like you could be in a war with a couple people and
It,
who
it can
knows.
happen, man. The
Yeah,
best
so
lose in tournaments,
yeah, so I
honestly.
feel like the real strength is in a super match where you can train for a guy, show the style, like you were saying.
Yeah,
You sounded like BLM. He was explaining the same thing. It's like top roll, you're going to train the hook.
yeah.
Got a guy that's a hooker, you're going to train your top roll, and just kind of vice versa.
I kind of
So
pull a little bit like being. I actually kind of pull like
okay, yeah,
a little bit, little bit.
cool.
I'm really hand dominant. BLM. I wish I was as good as him in the setup because
Yes,
if not so much like the last year, but one of my weaknesses before, because I just have so much confidence in my hand and my strength that sometimes I'm willing to take a mediocre setup or I take a,
mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I'm like, I got enough. You know what I mean? Like, let's just go. You know what I mean? Fucking go, And when really I should be fighting for what I want and need in the setup, right? So,
Yeah, that's my problem too. Like my left is so hand dominant, and my
mm,
riser is so much stronger on my right,
yeah,
better like
and then
to
you're
my
right.
right. And I just feel like I could have like whatever shit set up, and my hand is just so strong that I can usually beat guys in that
Yeah,
setup. And
yeah,
going into this match, I was like smashing Artem in practice, doing
yeah.
whatever I wanted, and I thought, oh man, I'm gonna
So
crush this guy.
strong. Yeah.
And I just he had a good game plan. He stayed away from my hand, and I held on too long. He was
Yeah.
slipping in the strap. So I know
You
where
let
it's
it
going
go.
now.
Yeah.
It's going right
Yeah.
to the strap, and that's what I've been
Let it go.
practicing.
Yeah. Let it go to the strap. Don't waste
Yeah.
any energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happened. I was like wasting
Yeah.
energy, and
Yeah. Don't over grip like in the setup. Don't
yep,
grip. Just go.
yep,
Just plank. Just
yep,
get a good plank. I
yep.
used to do that too. I used to actually I went up against a guy. He's from out near where you grew up, Nova Scotia.
Okay,
Named Sean Ross. He's from
okay.
he might be from PEI. I don't know. He's from that
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
He's a
same area.
multi-time,
Yeah.
multi-time Canadian national champ. And I was first time pulling him, and I got to the table, and I was like, I watched the way he pulled, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna low hand him. He's got a little thumb, and he hooks. I'm like, low hand, right? And I did it, and I got him and everything, and I was like, yeah, I got him. And then all of a sudden, he just pinned me, and so I was like, what the fuck? But he said to me after, he goes, I knew exactly what you were doing. I said, well, I didn't care, and he goes, I know, but I beat you. He goes, honestly, if you didn't like tell me what you were doing in the setup, like you're squeezing my hand, I knew your pressure, I knew the direction you were going. He goes, you were stronger because you were still able to do it. But he goes, I knew exactly what you were doing. So, and he goes, if you can hide that and just, don't
Yes.
telegraph so much, you're gonna beat a lot of people. And I was only a year in the sport at the time. Yeah. So he was just like, yeah, you gotta, you're gonna be good. Just don't grip so much. And then Matt always told me that in practice. Matt's like, why you grip my hand? He goes, I don't want to feel your grip anymore. And he goes, it's not a grip strength sport because I was always a grip strength guy and shit, right?
Yep.
But he's like, all you're doing is telegraphing everything, and I can bust your hand open way easier when you're gripping me like that. I'm like,
Yep.
oh. It took me a while to catch
Yeah,
on.
yeah, for sure. And you're not as fast either. Like you don't have
Nope.
a hit at all. You're freaking
Yeah.
sometimes your wrist is compromised when you're squeezing too much. And
You'll compromise your own wrist. Yeah,
yeah, I've learned
exactly.
that too. Like, so it's
Yeah.
a learning experience, man. I'm kind of a knucklehead. I'm not like a technical guy. So I've kind of always thought, oh, I got to get stronger and wasted a lot of
But you're a
time.
pretty
And
strong
really
guy already. So
it's just getting into my strength. And if someone is like getting me in the setup, then I'm not going to be able to get into my strength. So it's really that was the missing link for me. So
yeah.
I've been really focusing more on the setup and arm wrestling. Really, that's
Yeah.
what it is, right? So
Well, you know what? One thing that Matt really hit home with me recently, and I always bring up Matt a lot because people respect him. So if I
mhm,
say it comes
mhm.
from him, they'll take the advice because I don't know how much they want to listen to me. But he always says this too. He goes, Brian, you're fucking strong. You could probably outlift me in everything, but I'll crush you on the table. And I said, I know. And he goes, well, fix it. Let's arm wrestle, get good now. And he goes, listen, he goes, what I want you to do, everybody at practice from now on, I want you to go 60, 70%, never exceed it. And if someone gets you and pins you, it's just practice. All I want you to do is go 60, 70%, but I want you to change it up. I want you to change your elbow position, change an angle. See if you can stop him and beat him going 60, 70%. He goes, this will allow you to get better. He goes, because you're just not pound. Because a lot of times I used to just hold people center and I'd let them work, but I was never really working on arm wrestling. I was
Yeah,
just
dude.
physically stronger. So I'm like, I'm holding everybody. I'm just going to win. But I get to an event and it's different, right? Practice is different, right? So I started listening to Matt and I'm like, okay, buddy, get me. I just shoot my elbow up a bit. Oh, I got it back. Oh, look at this. You know what I mean? And I started actually just getting everyone 60, 70%. And then I was like, then I started really learning how to arm wrestle. So it's a different way of looking at it. It's like another thing is we don't really pin in practice. So a lot of times if me and you are pulling and I do crack you, I'll be like, oh, I got you. And then
Yep.
we'll go back, right? And actually, I don't know if you know him, my training partner, he's actually like kind of my mentor, is Sean Crowther. He
Okay.
he goes around to all these events. He keeps placing just out of the top. He got third at the last few East versus West tournaments. But we do a counter game where we just arm wrestle at 60, 70%, and we just whatever he does, I counter. So if he top rolls, I'll carve him into a hook, or if he low hands, you know what I mean, I'll go high and high knuckle, and we just do the counter game where we're just constantly countering each other. But all these little things that I do in practice now it's like opened up the blinders on arm wrestling because it's a lot like jujitsu, it's like
Yep.
about leverages
Yes.
and it's like people don't realize how technical arm wrestling really is. Yes, you need to be strong, but it comes a point where you can have all the strength in the world, but somebody that's strong that has knows what they're doing is going to beat you every time. You know
It's
what I mean?
funny. It's funny you're saying this because me and my main training partner, Ben, he comes over and it's just me and him usually,
Yeah,
and then I'll go to another practice that I have with local guys, Alpha Whiskey. But we decided like this week we're like we're not pinning each other. We're just doing what you were just saying. Like
yeah,
he'll top roll, I'll try to hook it, and then we'll move like get in positions. And
yeah,
like you were saying, like if I got him here or he gets me, then we kind of reset,
yeah.
reload again, and training's so much better and we're learning so
Get
much
more out
more
of it.
because it's not a who has the biggest dick contest,
Yeah,
like
that's
you're gonna
right.
smash everybody and stuff. And I feel like that's like most of my career it's been like that. I'll show up to practice, be like, let me beat this big guy, blah blah blah. And if I'm holding you, like you were saying, I'm
No,
not learning anything because
no.
I'm
And you'll
holding
also
you.
start doing that in a
Yeah,
match.
in tournaments, and that's what would
Yes.
happen to me for a few years. I would hold, and then I'd get smashed
Yeah.
because I'd be in a way worse position. Because on a ready go, it's a lot different than a slow pull,
Yes.
and
Because you're getting
so
off, you're hitting you off
yes,
center. So now you're
yes,
holding, but you're in a negative, right?
yes,
Yeah,
yes. So
exactly.
it's
Yeah.
way better, and you can move in positions and stuff. And I feel like that's why those guys that train, they're not redlining every practice.
Yeah. Well, here's one more angle. So I don't mean to clutter your brain with them.
No, no, it's
It's
great.
always what I think about, right? So this is another thing we do. We do red line sometimes, but when we red line, it's see the number one thing that you need is good communication. So whoever's across the table from you, you need to tell them exactly what you're expecting, what you're going for, or ask them what they are expecting out of, you know what I mean? It's that way you
Yep.
guys can both gain. Another thing is start off 30, 40%, right? And just get into it. And then just be like, okay. And then, ramp it up and make him ramp it up. And then you ramp it up and then make him. And eventually you'll find yourself at that 90% area. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it will be controlled. And
Yes.
another thing is when you're warming up, a lot of guys, they do this wrist,
I
pin,
hate
pin,
that.
pin.
I
I
hate
don't
that
like
shit.
that.
Me
We
either.
actually, no, yeah, I hate it because you're not really warmed up for one.
No, dude, it's like you're holding
No,
hands and just freaking talking.
exactly.
Like,
Exactly. You're like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
gay. Yeah.
Yeah, so
No,
what we
I'm
do
with
is
you.
we do 30-second hold drills. So
Mm-hmm.
it will be 30 seconds back pressure. We'll both back pressure. And we count 1, 2, 3, right? And then we let go. I'll go like this, let the blood out, right? Then we'll go, he'll take me down near the pad and I'll hold him and I'll count 1, 2, 3. I'll count to 30. I'll hold him for 30. He'll just go enough pressure to where he's not pinning me and I'll hold him. And then I take him to the pad and then he holds me for 30 seconds. And then that when we start pulling, it will be a gradual buildup. It will be just like 30, 40%, okay, maybe 50%, a little more, 60, just gradually get up. And then, we can get up to that 90% because it's gradual and the blood's getting in the arms. And
Yes.
I found when I started training like that, the next day I could still go to the gym and work out.
Yes.
When I used to go to the gym and practice champion and just redline, I was ripped. I couldn't even lift a dumbbell, like nothing,
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
You had like that toothache in your arms for
yeah, oh yeah, you're icing it and shit, or your
those are just
elbow.
rookie mistakes that you make. Everybody's the same. Like I feel like when you're young in the sport, you train too much. You're always working out, and
Yeah,
and maybe not focusing on arm wrestling. Like you should be going to practice at least once a week if you
yeah,
can,
once a week, yes.
and then do your training or whatever. But I spent a lot of time like trying to just get stronger and stronger,
Yep.
when the missing link was getting stronger on the table and being able to get into your power and stuff. And it's been like a progression. But what you're saying, that's where I'm at now. It's like holds, get in
Yeah.
different positions. And at the end of practice, like this Saturday, we started, kind of ready, go and smashing each
Yeah.
other while we're
You
already
can do that
fatigued and
sometimes, yeah.
less
Yeah, when you're fatigued.
injuries.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, yeah,
and then you got to use technique because you're already blown up and stuff.
yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
we even have ways for hitting. So another one way, me and my son-in-law, Jared, he's a really good arm wrestler. And my daughter just had a baby boy
Oh,
3 days ago.
congratulations.
So I'm
That's
a
awesome.
grandpa. I'm finally a
Nice,
grandpa.
dude. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Good for
Little
you.
Oren, he's not 7 pounds, 9 ounces. It was
Oh, that's
awesome.
incredible. Good for you.
Yeah. So me and him, what we like to do is when he'll say we'll be hitting each other. So we'll set up and I'll hit him, but I'll do it slow like that. Then I'll hit him a little quicker and then a little quicker. And we do it loaded the whole time. So and I just keep ramping it up to where I'm max out hitting by the 40th hit. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, dude.
that
Yeah.
way he can adjust with me. He's adjusting with me. He's adjusting with me. And it also helps the guy catching a hit too. So like because we're doing it slow and we're ramping up to where it's full speed and power, because it's so gradual, I'm getting the muscle memory of hitting and he's also getting the
Yes.
muscle memory of catching.
Yep.
So it
That's
works both
incredible.
ways, right? Yeah, if you
Yep.
do everything just like as a buildup, then it works really well. Or like you said, wait till you're all tired and then the hit's not so dramatic, right? And then you guys can actually hit on each other. Or use a band. We like to use a band. So I'll put a band. What I do is I'll put it under this arm
Yep.
and then I'll wrap it around,
Yep.
right? And
We
then
do
it
the
will,
same thing. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then I'll just use my shoulder with the band. If the guy's way stronger, or if
Yeah. Yeah.
he's hitting me full out, I'll use my shoulder in the band. So when he hits me, I just go like this. And then I can catch his hit, right? As he's hitting me.
Feel like Devin Larrett.
Yeah, yeah. We do all kinds of shit. Yeah, yeah.
Those are good, man. That's really good stuff to do because you're helping each other get better, for sure. So
Um, Question. Hey, Craig, what do you think was the biggest mistake you made starting out? What do you think caused all your injuries?
oh well,
That was
that's a good
from
question.
Helen
That's a good
Keller.
question. I
Yeah.
think because I'm awkward pulling left, that I just never was in I mean, when I broke my arm twice, I wasn't even in bad positions really, but I
Mhm.
guess I was a little outside my shoulder,
Yeah.
but I think it was just the angle. But now I'm really cautious of where my shoulder and my hand is now. So like
Mm.
I want it to be inside my shoulder and not outside. So
Yeah.
and maybe like looking away and trying to, pull like, so I feel like that's probably, but I feel like I was beating myself up in training, to be honest with you. I'd have these micro
Yeah.
tears and I'd be sore my brachialis all the time. And as I got, older, I realized that I need to recover.
You weren't
And
recovering. Yeah.
the more and more I talk to people, like, because, just starting the podcast again, I'm learning that, like, for example, Brendan Allen's getting ready to pull Brian Shaw and he's training 4 days a week. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I
I don't
mean?
know about
And
that. Yeah.
oh, you don't think,
On the table, he's doing 4 days.
no, 4 days a week training
Oh,
wise and then
training. Oh, that's
practice. Like,
good. Oh no, that's
yeah,
good.
yeah. So like I was training 7 days a week, double
I go every
splits,
day. I go every day.
20 workouts a week and shit.
Yeah,
And
but you
it's,
don't go heavy every day. You do volume. You have
yeah,
volume days where you go lighter, higher reps, and
yes,
then you have heavy. You do one heavy day a week, or two, but you switch up the muscle groups. Like
yes.
yeah, yeah,
But like, I was just too gun ho, like, and I,
yeah,
so like Clifton reminds me of that too, because he's
yeah.
always training heavy and setting PRs or whatever. And that's fine. Like if that's what you like to do or whatever. But I feel like eventually, for me personally, I feel like getting on the table more and learning a little bit more, getting arm wrestling conditioned, right? So
Mhm.
watching my kid do jujitsu, it kind of taught me that, he doesn't get better at jujitsu by working out at home. He
No,
gets
but
better by doing the
yeah,
sport. So, and that's where I'm at right now. So I'm training like 4 days, 5 days a week now. I got a weight set up at work, so I'm kind of constantly working. I work like with my hands at work, so I kind of do like pronation, riser lifts and stuff, working on my weak like points in my training and stuff. And a lot of it's like you said, high reps. So I'm not
yeah,
really exhausting myself.
yeah.
And then,
Well, for rehab,
before I came on, I did a little bit heavier pronation tonight, but just trying to train smarter and not waste my time. I came from a bodybuilding background, so I wasted a lot of time doing chest and back
Mhm.
and shoulders and legs, a lot of volume and stuff. And now I've kind of like stayed away from that. Of course, you got to have those muscle groups strong, but I don't spend a lot of time doing, I might do like two exercises for, each body part. And then I really focus on the arm wrestling type of lifts that I need to get stronger
I
in.
only
So,
do I only do bench once. I used to be a full-time bencher. I
okay.
love bench press, my favorite exercise in the world.
Okay.
And I used to do it religiously, like all the time. Like I'd go high reps every like 2, 3 days in a row, and then do a real heavy day, and then I would just like I all I did was bench. But anyway,
I see you got
now
the
I do it
bench
once a
behind
week.
you there with like a
Oh
bunch
yeah.
of plates on it. So
Oh, I
it's
got a
like,
little bit on there. I do like 70 reps of that. Yeah,
really? What is that?
yeah.
3 plates?
It's that's less. It's like 140 pounds.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. I just rep it. I could throw it through the ceiling when I start, but I just rep it like,
What
just to
was your
keep
best
just
bench?
my biggest bench was like 465.
Oh, that's good.
Um,
Yeah.
But that was the thing is I never went for back then. I wasn't going for like 1 rep maxes. I was going for sets of three maxes and stuff like that. And I was only really serious for high weight for about a year and a half. And
Okay.
then I went back to I just like benching for conditioning. Plus my pulling style on the table. Um, I use a lot of chest. Like I popped my pec a few times already arm
Yeah,
wrestling.
me too. Me
Yeah,
too, dude.
yeah. And a lot of guys say, "Oh," and even Matt said it to me, "Oh, bench press." You know what I mean? And I'm like, "Well, listen, Matt, you remember when you were black and blue across your whole chest? Like, you don't have to go heavy on the bench, but do the bench because,
Yeah.
if you that muscle, okay, from here right down to your fingers, and the same thing with your back,
Yep.
it's got to be one. If you have a wink, if you're really strong here, but you're weak, you don't want any weak links. You want to have you want symmetry. So you want everything. The more equal you can get every muscle group from your fingertip to your center core,
Yep.
the better and stronger you'll be in every position. Like it's proven science. You know what I mean? All it takes is one inconsistency, one like a rear delt or
Yep.
your triceps are weak or one little thing is a break in the chain, and it's either a severe injury on the table when you're maxing, or it's going to be your hole where people find and they beat you constantly. So I try to work everything. Like I do everything. Bent rows. I don't do a lot of like gym lifts, like normal ones. The only conventional lift I really do now is bench press,
Hmm.
right? But other than that, everything is geared. Like even my dumbbell curls, like I do everything out here. We do table curls and everything's out to the pad and then up, out to the pad and
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Even
So
like
you're
all my angles are going to be working my brachialis or they'll be
in
working.
arm wrestling positions.
Yes, they're all, yeah. So everything I've done, I've modified now. So like, and I keep like, I recommend to anybody, if you have an area where you're sitting and you're just chilling at your house all the time, well, guess what? Just have some shit laying around, like a
Yep.
little half dumbbell. This
Yep.
is great. You can watch TV and you could just see this is your ulnar deviation. Well,
Yep.
see, I do hundreds and hundreds of reps daily on my ulnar
Cover.
deviation, right? So
Hmm.
that's going to get this when I'm dragging you back across, like lat dragging you, that's going to be like really strong, right? It's not because I'm doing a lot, it's because I'm constantly working it, right?
Yep.
And then I don't have much on here. This is only 40 pounds, but see that my pin, but I rep hundreds and hundreds of reps every day with that. I sit here and I riser, pronation, like I do it all, right? I actually bring it up and I do just my thumb. So I'll
Yeah,
do
me too.
40
Me
reps
too.
with
Yeah.
just my
Yep.
thumb. Yeah, so like
That's basically what I'm doing at work, what you're just saying there.
exactly. Yeah, because why not, right?
Hmm.
Those kind of things can be done daily, and those kind of things are preventative injury maintenance because
Yep.
you want blood flow, right? So
Yep.
I mean, no one can tell me doing high volume blood flow 7 days a week is negative or going to cause you. If anything, everything's going to be healed. You're going to heal faster. Like like just light though, blood flow, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You
What's
want to do that. If you sit and do nothing, your tendons won't heal, bro, because tendons
they
only
need
get
blood.
blood when you're using them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's the nutrition for tendons is blood. It's funny when I first got in the sport, I interviewed Bob Brown, and Bob Brown he put it the analogy is like you go to arm wrestling practice, you train, you're sore, and then you're a carpenter and you got to swing a
Yeah.
hammer all day. Do
Yeah.
you stop because you're sore? No,
No.
you keep going at it. And then eventually, because it's a light, repetitive motion,
Yeah.
that eventually your body gets recovered because it
Yeah.
gets blood flow.
That's
So,
right. Day two, day three, you're like, oh, okay, it hurt on Monday, but by Wednesday, I'm back and
yep,
full. So,
yep.
and you're right, like, what I got an MRI on Wednesday coming up. So
Okay.
I don't know how much I actually tore the UCL because they just did ultrasounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I just know it's torn, right? And then the flexor tendon, they could tell it was significantly torn. It was like 1.5 centimeters of the flexor muscle, but that flexor muscle isn't very big anyway. It's like pretty small, right? So
Yeah.
at least half the muscle got torn in half. So I've been doing Wolverine now for 5 weeks straight.
Okay.
I've been doing high blood flow. I've been doing MK677, which is a SARM.
Yep.
It helps your human growth
You do
hormone.
the B one five
Yeah.
seven.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got BPC 157,
BPC.
TB
That's right.
500, and I use them in unison. I mix them together
Yeah. Yeah.
and I do it. Yeah, basically, it's been 5 weeks straight, and I went from 2 pounds of side pressure about 2 weeks ago. I was at 2 pounds because I really had my whole side pressure was gone because I just ripped the whole, you know what I mean? That was my side pressure. I ripped.
Yep. Yep.
But I'm up to 40 pounds in 2 weeks from 2 pounds.
Yeah.
So
That stuff's good, man. I got
yeah,
really good results from that when I
yeah,
took
like I could do more probably, but what I do is I
push it.
increase the weight till it hurts and then I hold it and I'll hold it for a minute to a minute and a half and then I'll let it go. And then I'll do it again to where it hurts and then I'll just hold it. Because hurting, a lot of guys go, "Oh no, your body's telling you not to do it because it hurts." No, you're putting blood there and the nerve swelling and it's saying, "I'm injured. Don't go in, don't do any more." But at the same time, it's not getting more hurt. But if you go until you feel the pain, that means now that blood's getting there, the nerve's getting activated, and you're putting blood there to heal it. But that's also a sign not to increase, right?
Yep. Yep.
But just do your static holds. Like bring it, okay, it hurts a little bit. I'm just going to hold it there and do it until that weight doesn't hurt anymore and then add, right?
Yep.
And it's like, and I don't know, I've had some like I ripped my UCL 8 weeks prior to nationals. So I hurt myself. Like I was told not to go to nationals and I didn't want to miss it. It was 7 hour drive. It was my first Canadian nationals, and I said, I don't care if I rip my arm off. And guess what? I went, and my second match, I had the pin, I was going for the pin, and all I heard was, and my arm just went, poof, and I was done. Like my hand swelled up twice as big as my other hand. And anyway, but
Crazy.
I didn't care. I was like, I don't care. I'm not missing Canadian nationals. If it rips, it rips. And guess what? It ripped. So, but now I learned, and now I won't do that again, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, I made a mistake. It could have been worse. I'm lucky, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's just because you're so excited to compete and stuff. How long you been pulling for?
August 6th. So what day is it now? So it's been I just hit 3 years competing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you're in the honeymoon stage and you're like just killing it. So
Yeah, I was killing it and I was moving up quick. Like I went from being not beating anybody to being a significant force in the super heavyweights here. So, and then of course I'm watching East versus West. I'm seeing Matt, where Matt is. He's
mhm.
my teammate, right? So then I'm thinking, I gotta fucking, I don't care. You know what I mean? I already knew that, my goal is 5 years. So really, I should have took the foot off the pedal a little bit, and I could have maybe prevented some injuries because I also had a bicep tendon tear my first month arm wrestle.
Okay.
So, and that was on my left, luckily. So I just said, the left fucking don't matter, right?
Mhm.
Right's the only arm that matters. That's what I told myself, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. That's a
but here I am 3 years in now with a pretty significant injury, and I think a lot of things are going to change for me, and I've learned a lot, but.
oh, you grow from it for sure. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Well, we normally hurt ourselves, right? It's usually not the other guy that hurts you. It's usually
Yeah, you're
yourself.
right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
know. I know. So,
unfortunately.
okay. So what's your ultimate goal, Craig? Like I mean, being realistic, what is a goal? Like I can tell you're passionate and you're gonna arm wrestle as long as you can. But do you have an ultimate goal like that you would like to
Yeah,
achieve?
I like to I want to get up in the rankings in Florida right now. Like
Yeah.
I think I could be in the top three. Both arms. I feel
Mhm.
like in my weight class in the 220 class. I feel like that's an obtainable goal. And I like, I like the East versus West, depending on what's going on and stuff, like with the politics and stuff. It's
Yeah.
like, right now I'm kind of just, I don't want to look too further ahead,
Yeah.
but I kind of like am rekindled the fire again because like my kid he's competing a lot. I'm traveling with him, going to his trainings and stuff. So it's a lot of time where I'm missing opportunities to practice myself. So, but this year I really want to set the time aside, get some practices in, and really get in it. I was ranked at one time eighth in North America, and
Yeah.
now the rankings are kind of weird with all the different.
Yeah,
But I
it's
like
hard to keep track.
to be honest with you, I'd really like to right a bunch of different wrongs that I got beat in these
Mhm.
events, by guys, and I super matches wise, and I really like to progress from there. But as
Okay.
far as me being the number one guy,
Yeah, yeah.
it's tough, but I strive, and sometimes, when I'm training, I'm thinking about, there's a couple good guys in, Florida. So I feel like if I can crack that list here, then I'll progress to the next level. So my goal right now in the next year, 2026, I really would like to get a shot at the number one,
Mhm.
in my weight class, and I'm really working towards that. Andre's the guy to beat in that
Sharkovic.
class. Yeah. So I mean, but I used to crush that guy all the time, and then they just
Yeah.
progress, right? So
Yeah, they do.
I
They
feel
do.
like, I just need to dedicate more to training and give myself a shot at, breaking the top five, and then
Mhm.
seeing where that progresses from there. But, baby
No.
steps, I have kind of a list of guys that I want to kind of get off the chalk,
Yeah.
mark them off, and then kind of
You
progress
sound
from.
you sound like my training partner. My training partner, Deadly, we call him Deadly Dale.
Okay.
He had a big win from a guy down there. He was from Ohio, Niles Anderson. He
Oh,
pulled
yeah.
last.
Niles. Yeah. He's a
Yeah, Dale
fierce
crushed
competitor.
him 3-0. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
so
Yeah. Yeah. He's
yeah,
good.
Dale's a beast, buddy. Yeah, but he's like you. Like all his super matches, like the last 2 years since I started promoting, every time I give him a super match, he's like, "Well, Jeff Miller, I've never beat him. He's always beaten me. I got to get him off the list." So I lined him up with Jeff Miller. He beat him. he goes, "Oh, there's this guy, or Scott, Mason DeRossi. He's
Yes.
amazing. So his dad, Scott DeRossi, is also very good at arm wrestling.
Okay.
Dale lost to him in a super match and hurt his elbow really bad. So he wanted him. So then he was able to pull him. So now all the people on his list he's taken out now. So he's finally looking forward to,
Yeah,
advance.
that's
So
incredible.
it sounds like you're in where my buddy Dale is.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
guys are the
no.
same age. You guys are the exact same age.
Okay, that's cool, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
man. Yeah,
that'll
yeah.
be inspirational for
Yeah,
me,
you should almost watch that. If you ever get time to look at our channel, we
I
got a few
will.
super matches on there. Who do I got on there? I got Chuck Young. I got to pull Chuck Young last year.
Okay. That was
Yeah,
a guy that I got,
yeah.
I'll tell you about Chuck Young.
Everyone's got a
Like
story.
in 2000 and he's quite a character.
Mhm.
2013, my whole career bodybuilding, never went to the Mr. Olympia, and I got an opportunity to pull that Arm Wars. Neil Pickup gave me an
Yep.
opportunity to pull. I pulled Chuck Young. He destroyed me 6-0. He's yelling and screaming,
He's a
the
crazy. Yeah,
destroyer.
I'm the destroyer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I like it.
I got to erase that wrong, and
Nice.
at the they had the World Championships, the
IFA.
IFA, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A couple years ago, he was in my class, and I smashed him, and I felt great to be
Yeah.
able to because I
Nice.
never to this day ever watched that match with me and him. It was
No,
so
it
embarrassing, dude.
bugged you.
I
Yeah,
felt
he's
like
got a hit on him though, and you know what? If he's getting off first, all you gotta do is catch him, right? So it's
I had no experience. I just hooked him and slammed him to the pad this time. So, but it was
perfect.
nice.
Yeah,
So it was nice to erase
yeah,
that wrong. And Chuck's
yeah.
a nice guy, man.
He is a good guy. He's a good friend
He's
of
a
mine
great
now.
guy. He made T-shirts for our match and stuff.
Oh, that's
He's
cool.
super cool guy.
He is cool.
And
He's
I
my
got to hang out with him, and it was really cool. And he's always like, he messaged me and always says, "Hey,
yeah.
calls my wife's sister. He goes, tell her I said
Oh,
hi." He's just a
he's
really
a nice
straight up
guy.
nice guy.
He is a
But
solid
he was
dude.
the guy that I saw arm wrestle Luke Kent in the
Yeah,
video
I
where he
know,
got
I know.
destroyed. And I was
I
like, man, there's
know.
something to that arm
Luke was
wrestling.
pretty good though. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Luke's amazing, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, no, Chuck he was funny. I got offered the match with him and I said, sure. But then I was like, I was still new, so this is more than a year ago. So I was
Okay.
about a year, almost 2 years into arm wrestling, like competing. So I was like, oh, fuck this Chuck Young guy. He says that no one's cracking his wrist and all this shit. And I was pretty nervous going into that match, right? Because Len Houghton, he's kind of a good
Yeah, I
buddy.
know Len. I
Yeah,
know Len. Yeah.
he's a really good friend of mine. He's like, Brian, you got to watch his hit, man. He does have a hit on him, right? I'm like, okay, okay. So I trained for a hit the whole time. But anyway, I was fucking nervous. He might even have beat me that day, but he made a big mistake because he pissed me off right before we went out. He came up to me. He's like, "Hey, dude." He's like, "I'm gonna smash you, dude." He's like, I thought I was talking to Steve-O. I'm like, "Who the fuck is
Yeah,
this?"
yeah, he does sound
Yeah.
like Steve
Oh
O.
yeah. He's like, "Dude, like, I know you're good, man, but I'm gonna smash you. I'm gonna smash you, dude." I'm like, "I'm gonna destroy you, dude." And I was like, "Who the fuck's this guy?" I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna smash me?" So we went out there. I'm like, "Okay, let's see who's got the stronger fucking hand." Anyway, so he pissed me off. Anyway, I'm not someone to piss off. I'm good, really good on the table when I'm mad.
Yeah.
I have a hard time when I'm not mad. That's when I lose.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm the same way, dude. I got to get
Yeah,
revved up a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. So anyway, watch our match. Yeah, he didn't have a chance. But
That's
anyway,
awesome.
it was cool. He's a good guy, and you should check out that production because the guy that runs that production might be coming back, and
Okay.
I'm going to bring up your name if he does another event.
That would be cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was a really good.
I want to do a Mac event too if they come.
Mm,
Ian said they're going to come
yep.
to the United States. I like
Oh
to
yeah,
do that.
he does them in New York. He's done a couple in
Yeah,
Rochester.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
and that's the progression, right? I want to like the whole goal is to knock these names off in Florida and then hopefully get to a few bigger events and because I've
Oh,
been offered a couple matches with some Canadian guys. I can't remember exactly who, but Ian. But
yep.
I never it just
I
didn't.
heard your name. He said your name because I talk to him once or twice a week sometimes. So
Yeah, I love Ian. He's a great guy.
he is big heart.
We
Really.
had a bottom 8 tournament where all the kind of bottom 8 guys
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
and it was in Devin put it on
Yeah,
and
you were at that? I watched
yeah,
that.
yeah, it was like that. I
Brian
lost
Bowen
to
was there. Yeah, he
me and
went against
Evan
Evan
Bourgogne
Burgoyne.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bourgogne. Yeah,
Yeah, I'd like
we
to
were
see him come back.
rivals. We had a beard contest.
Oh,
He
okay. You had
came
a big
down
beard
for a
back
bike
then.
week contest, and it was like I would shave his beard, if I won, and I
Yeah.
had to grow a beard for a year, and
Oh,
so
okay.
I ended up I was winning 2-0, and then he came back and beat me
Yeah,
3-2.
he plays the long game. Yeah.
Dude, he was fucking amazing, and
Yeah.
so we had kind of a rivalry, and I grew this big ass beard, and I was like, ah, man, thank you for that. I finally feel like a man.
Nice.
But
Nice.
yeah, he then we pulled again at bottom eight. He crushed me. I fell right into the trap,
He's
and
actually a pretty good arm wrestler.
yeah, he's a great arm
Yeah,
wrestler,
he
dude, and
is.
he's a good guy too. I
Yeah.
really like him a lot.
He talks a lot of shit, but he's
He
not a
does, but
yeah.
he just like he shows up with friggin' crazy pants on and shit.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen him around. I was asking
Yeah,
BLM about that.
he had a massive heart attack, I think.
Oh, did he?
That's what I heard. That's the rumor.
Oh,
So
wow.
I don't know. I haven't had an update. I just was told that because I was wondering about him.
Oh,
He
damn.
was all of a sudden he went AFK, like he was just.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I
His
heard.
channel was huge on
Yeah,
YouTube, and he
it
was
was. I watched it all the time.
yeah, no
I
beers
was
with
on it
Evan.
near the end. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
It
yeah.
pissed me right off. Yeah, yeah. He was
Oh,
good
that
at pissing
sucks,
me
dude. I
off.
hope he's doing all right,
I
man.
know. I heard. I think he's doing okay. I just think that he just changed. I think he just changed his priorities and life changed a bit afterwards. I think.
Yeah, lifestyle with drinking and smoking
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah,
It
yeah.
can catch up to
Exactly.
you eventually.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He was
Yeah,
a pretty
friend.
wild dude. Yeah,
Yeah, no, of
yeah,
course. But
yeah, yeah,
well, hopefully we'll see him back. I really
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I
you know
hope.
the guys that did Table Monkeys?
Yeah, Jason Constantini and
Are they
that.
still around?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
He's got. Listen, see this here.
Yeah.
Tough or whatever they call
Yeah.
it. He's got a team league starting this
Okay.
year,
Oh,
so it's
cool.
going to be huge. There's 4 U.S. teams. There's 4 Canadian teams. I was on the draft list for the
Oh,
Calgary.
nice.
Yeah, there's Calgary, Vancouver. There's Ottawa again, Toronto, and there's Florida team. There's fuck, I don't know them all. But anyway,
Yeah, that's
it's gonna
cool.
be good. And he's got a TSN connection.
Oh,
So
cool. That's
yeah,
awesome.
it might even be like a televised thing. And it's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be a
awesome.
league. So it's gonna be 4 teams and 4 teams, and then at the end of the season, the top 2 teams will be battling it out and this and that, and it'll be for a big prize too, like something pretty big. I don't know what. I can't speak for him, but he said,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
incredible. Good for him. Yeah, I know he was really I really enjoyed listening to the podcast when those guys were doing they don't
they
do it
still do it
anymore.
sometimes, the odd
Okay.
time. He does it the
Yeah.
odd. I think they're really busy. I
Yeah,
I
that's
used to
good to
watch it
hear.
too. I like their training videos too. They
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I
talk
really
about the pyramid and
yeah.
yeah,
No, I
yeah.
learned
Yeah, man. No, no, good dudes. But no,
yeah,
no, they're still around. We had
cool.
Jason on last month. He was on the podcast.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, I think this is, well, 140, this is our 142nd podcast, this one.
Oh, that's cool, dude. I'm
So
gonna check out some shows.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We've had Ryan Bellinger in the chat. He's been on. We had his teammates on. We had Hunter Knopfs. We had,
Yeah. Just had Hutter on you.
I want to get Chad Silvers, so I really want to talk to Chad.
Yeah,
But
Chad's
he doesn't do social media, but I'd
yeah, no,
like to get him on.
he's a quiet guy. He doesn't like to
Yeah.
tell the secrets.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
That's the best team in America here,
oh
man,
yeah,
training wise. And
Carolina Chaos.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're amazing. You
yeah,
see with all those guys, like you got Hunter, Ryan, Adam
Adam
Warzinski,
Wojcinski. Yeah, yeah.
a couple
They
other
got some
guys that are up and
newer
coming
guys coming
guys.
up too. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's
I
incredible.
know. I know. Justin Bishop and Hunter got a match.
Oh, it's incredible, man. I can't wait for that
I
match. It's
know
gonna
that's
be
gonna be fucking
super
awesome.
excited about that
Tough
match.
though. Tough for me because I like both guys a
Oh
lot.
man, I love both of them. They're my two favorite in that weight class, dude.
I know.
They're the same. Like they're the
Yeah.
same type of person. They're hard blue
They're
collar
the
men.
same type of person, 2 different styles though.
Yeah, two different
Is
styles.
Hunter going to be able to carve him in and get him in the hook every time, or is
I don't know.
fucking
I don't know. It's
Bishop
gonna
going
be
to get that
tricky.
wrist?
Justin's got a crazy hand, man.
I know, I know. It's so interesting,
But
man.
but Hunter's got such a good team, so they're gonna really dissect all
Yeah,
that.
they
So
will.
it's
It's going to be tough. I
it's
know.
gonna be tough. Yeah, I'm interested.
I want to go down there and train with those guys. I was talking to Ryan, and yeah, it'd be really cool. Another trip I want to make is Bulgaria. So I've been talking. I
Okay,
talked to
yeah.
Plamen Dimitrov.
Yeah.
He said I can. Then I'm more than welcome to come out there and train
Well,
with.
that's
Like I'd go out there
incredible.
for 10 days, and I would train with. I would learn their train. I just want to learn how they train. I want to learn it. I want to learn their system, and you know what I mean. Because
Yeah,
that
dude.
They're
They
good.
have a great system too.
They do. They do.
Like
It's like
Kazi, he does a lot of like just training on the table, like
yeah, yeah. Well, that's the other team. So there's two teams.
Oh,
So
okay, I got
there's
you. I got
there's
you.
Georgie and Krazy and those guys. They're on one Bulgarian team, and then you got Sunev, like Jordan Sunev,
Yeah, yeah,
Goff, Master. You know, Gustevsky or whatever his name is. He's
yeah,
my
dude.
favorite arm wrestler. He's my favorite arm wrestler. By the way.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Those
Yeah.
guys are monsters,
Oh,
dude.
that he's got the best open hand top roll I've ever seen out of anybody. So,
Incredible. Yeah, those
oh yeah.
Europeans, man, they're like ahead of their time.
Oh, I know,
Some
but
of
they
those
train
guys.
like it. They, you know, if we trained and had the time they did,
Yeah,
we'd
because
be.
they're full-time athletes, a lot of those guys,
Yes,
man.
yes, they
So
are. So,
and they
but
take it pretty seriously too. Not
oh
that saying we don't either, but like
yeah,
it's like a athletic thing in
they,
school. They're doing it in arm wrestling, like in middle school, they're doing
yeah, but
arm
we're trying to
wrestling.
do that here. So I'm trying to talk to the high schools here. So
Okay,
what I want to do is I want to get a partnership with the government of Alberta. So,
okay,
but to do that, I've talked to them. So to do that though, I have to start a school program. So they said they recommend I talk to some of the local high schools, and and they should be open to it. They'll give me a day and a time slot to use the facilities and that. I just bring a couple tables, whatever.
nice.
I want to start it. So I'm gonna start trying to bring it to the high schools. Yeah, and then we can have every
Yeah,
year, have your basketball league and everything. We can
yeah,
have high
dude.
school arm wrestling league where the different high schools, yeah, they win the fucking team trophy for the high school for arm wrestling. You know what I
That's
mean?
incredible. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we want to do that. I'm thinking of it. I'm in the works with it
Dude,
anyway.
that's good. That's a good idea. Yeah, because that's
I
where it
think so.
starts, right? The youth, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. And now that our youth is getting huge here. Like we're taking like 2 hours to get through the youth classes here now. Like,
Wow,
yeah, like I'm talking, we're getting like 7, 8 in each class.
that's incredible. Yeah,
Yeah, the only one we're hurting on is women. We can't get the women out. So I don't
yeah.
know
We're
what.
having the same thing. It's like you get a
I don't even
bunch of
charge. We make it
yeah.
free. I
No,
don't
we
free
don't.
for
They
women.
don't either here. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
But I feel like you get the couple elite girls, and then it kind of scares maybe the
I
women
think so
off. Like,
too. I think so
did you
too.
guys have Jocelyn? I mean, who wants to go into a tournament with her there?
True.
Like
We got some killers here too. Leah
yeah,
Cornison, she's a world champion.
that's
She's
true. Yeah,
phenomenal.
that's right. I
Yeah.
forgot about her. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, she's really good. Christy Flicka, she comes from a powerlifting community. She's
yeah,
strong as shit. We got Maria Peterson. She's always been really. We got a lot. We actually have a lot of girls here now. Like
yeah.
the
We just have Sarah, man. We adopted her from Sweden, and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
it, really. She's
No, I
been pulling
know.
most of the guys' classes too. So
Yeah, we got my teammate Jeremy Drous. His daughter Ambrin. She won IFA Worlds for
okay,
juniors. And yeah, she's a world champion now for the juniors. And well, IFA, but still, it still
so
matters.
yeah, man.
Yeah, and then she's got she won nationals. She's a Canadian national champion now. Yeah, she watch for Amber and Drose. She's an up and comer.
Yeah,
She's
that sounds awesome.
killing. But yeah, I got so many names. I'd like to brag and say them all,
You
but
should brag. You should brag, man. It's good to
yeah,
support your country and your teammates and people
yeah.
that are in your events too.
Well, we might
Because
be the 51st state here in Alberta here soon.
yeah, I
So
heard. I know, right? It's
yeah.
crazy the way things are going. Uh,
You're where you're from, they've locked them all down. It's all
Dude, it's
tyranny there.
crazy. I saw that they're finding people that go camping.
$25,000 to go for
Go
a walk or you go
camping.
fishing. You can't go fishing.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, I
Can't do
thought it was just
nothing.
like
No,
camping. Like so
anything.
they you can't go out of the house now.
It did no, you can go out of the house, but if you're near the wooded area at all, it's off limits.
Why is that? Why are they doing
It's the
that?
climb. Listen. It's just an
It's the
agenda, man. It's
yeah.
an
No, I
agenda.
got you. Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I don't want to get all into it,
No, you
but
can't say too much on YouTube
no,
or you'll be
no,
like,
no. But
boom.
they have an agenda. I read it. So the
Yeah.
WEF has this agenda. So now
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
climate. It's going to be climate change emergencies. So they're
Yeah,
going
I
to
think
use
they're gonna end up doing that here eventually too. Because I was like, when all that stuff happened, I thought,
California that happened,
yeah,
not
yeah, for sure.
Florida, not Florida.
No, no, Florida's like a rugged place.
I like Florida. I would move there.
Yeah, me too. I mean, besides some of the crazy people here, there's but they're everywhere,
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't believe that. I saw a news clip of people were getting fined to go camping. I'm like,
Camping, fishing. You're not allowed. They said, you know what they said? The static from your shoes can start a fire. Like,
so
listen, this is like tyranny at its finest. You know
yeah,
what?
no, it is. Yeah.
If it
Well, I saw that
happens,
happening when you guys just like during the COVID
yeah,
thing.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like it's still kind of
Yeah,
people.
but Alberta, we were rebels, right? So I drive to Ontario and I would like it'd be traffic like nose to nose traffic. I'd be driving and I'm like, why is there's no car behind me for like 500 fucking meters? And it's because I had an Alberta license plate. Because they're like, oh, those Albertans don't wear masks. They're
Yeah,
anti-vax.
yeah,
So they,
yeah.
yeah. So
Oh, that's
whenever
how
I
they were
drive,
looking at us in Florida too.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
like they're
So
gonna
every time I
spread
go anywhere,
everything.
I had a guy grab his kids and go like this because I
Oh,
wouldn't.
dude,
Well, I was like, oh, it was bad, buddy.
it's crazy how they weaponize all that shit.
Oh
You
my
sneeze
God.
in public, and then all of a sudden people
I
are
just
like fucking running away from you.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
just can't believe that we've gotten to that point where society's that dumb. But I mean, whatever.
it's sad, dude. It's sad.
It
It
is.
really is. People are dumb and they fall
Yeah.
in line with people, and it's like you got to stand
Oh,
up because
you
there's no
do.
way they're gonna take a million different people and stop that nonsense. Like,
Yeah. Like I would say if they banned go walking in the forest, why isn't there 10,000 people meeting
yeah,
up right
yeah,
now to walk through
going
the
in
forest?
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
tried to
mean,
pull that shit here with the beaches. They were like,
oh
"Oh, you
yeah.
couldn't go on the beaches for a minute," and then
Yeah. That
people
didn't
just they just didn't put up with that.
No, no.
Because you can't. I mean, it's just nonsense. You can't be told what to do on stupid stuff. Like
Well, if you
if
don't
you're
stand up
outside
for
in
yourself.
nature, how are
Yeah.
you doing anything? And that whole thing with the environment thing is, they were. I watched a video like a couple years ago. William Shatner from like Star
Mhm. Yeah.
Trek.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s, they were talking about
Mhm.
Florida's going to be under the water and all this shit, and they've
It's
been
all
selling that
lies.
agenda for
Al
lives.
Gore started that, and they all became
Yes.
billionaires off of
Yeah,
it.
dude, they made so much money off that
Oh
shit.
yeah, oh yeah. You know what? Before you know it, you're going to be paying to breathe.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, like remember the windmills and shit,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
wind fucking fee
yeah.
taxes on the wind. I'm like,
Wind, yeah, yeah. Your cow farts. We're going to
yeah,
tax the cow farts. They
yeah,
actually do, man. They
dude.
actually
I
do.
know, it's crazy.
It's like, listen, you know what? They got everyone dumb. You know what? We breathe oxygen, right?
Yes,
But what do plants breathe? CO2.
yes.
So CO2 gas, the stuff they say we produce way too much CO2, this and that.
Hmm.
You take the CO2 out of the air, we have no plants to create oxygen for us.
It's retarded.
I think the ultimate goal is to deplete us of oxygen so they can charge us for it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what
No,
I
for
think.
sure.
That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
think.
No, that's you're probably right on the money with that.
Yeah, because it makes no sense. I can't wrap my head around any of this shit, how people are just so dumb to it, right? I
No,
can't
it's
even go
just
hunting. So this year, I can't go hunting because
yeah.
all my guns are all banned in Canada. So
Damn.
I'm allowed to have them, but I'm not allowed to operate them or use them because they're all banned now. So
Well, my friend is a RCMP officer in Alberta somewhere, and
wow.
he retired. But he was telling me during the storms and stuff, they would go into people's houses and take their guns.
Yep, they did. High River.
Yeah, High
Listen,
River.
High River,
That's where he was. Yeah,
2013,
yeah, yeah,
2013
dude.
flood. Yeah.
Crazy.
They went right in and yeah,
Yeah, this fucking you couldn't get to your houses. They just took all your shit.
they locked you out of your house for
Yep.
like months, right? And let your house and the houses could have been saved, but they locked it
Yes.
so they all got mold and everything else. And then they would break down people's doors and take the guns because they said it was a safety risk.
Yeah, yeah,
It was like only because you're breaking my door down and taking them.
yeah,
Like,
dude, it's crazy.
oh yeah, oh
I
yeah.
know North Carolina had a bunch of shit with a storm that happened and they kind of screwed
Mm.
everybody over. And then you got like Trump telling you that, hey man, if you boycott Israel, you get your FEMA friggin' money. It's like so
Oh,
crazy.
okay.
It's
Well,
just a weird scenario we're
I
in.
I don't like tyranny either way. So listen,
Either.
I am very right leaning. Okay, I'm about family. I
Oh yeah, me
believe,
too.
yeah, like I'm very right leaning, but I don't like dictatorship either way. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I think we have the right, as long as we're not breaking any laws, we have the right to think. There should be no thought police, right? It's not 1984. Have you ever
Yes.
read that book?
Yeah, no, George Orwell, yeah, for sure.
Yes, yes. So I'm unfortunately the WEF read that book and said, let's plan everything like that book. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Because that's what
Yeah,
it
dude,
feels
that's
like.
exactly what they're doing.
Yeah,
That's their
yeah.
playbook.
And if people just realized it, and another thing is people don't realize, right? What's the biggest thing in war, whether it's on the battlefield or just on a long-term war? Divide and conquer.
Yep.
The more subclasses, the more groups they can separate us into, like the more we allow to be divided and they don't even realize, when they're like LGBTQT plus whatever. Yeah, you made a whole bunch of subclasses. So now, guess what? Now there might have been, this many of yous. Now you got this many and this many and this many and this many, and you're all in little subclasses everywhere because they just
Yep.
divided you like 100 times over.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
no, you know what? We got to put our personal, like our personal opinions are our personal opinions, and what we believe is how we are the culture that we install into our household. But that's where it lies. Outside of
Yes.
that, we should
Yes.
all be one and respect that about each other, right?
Yes.
Like,
I
I
agree.
don't know.
No, I agree,
The
man.
world would be a better place, man.
No,
It'd
for
be a
sure.
better
For
place.
sure, man.
But
That's a good analogy.
yeah, yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know. I'm getting a little wiser with my age, right? But
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
yeah, but well, it's been great having you on.
Yeah, man. I
I want to
appreciate
get
it.
out and meet you sometime.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime you're in Florida, man,
Yeah,
my
man.
door's always open. I live in Daytona. It's nice
Yeah.
beaches down here. It's fairly cheap to come down and visit. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I've been, you know what? I've been watching you for a long time. Your Facebook presence, I mean, I don't know if I'll get everything you post always. And
appreciate it.
yeah, so you're getting out there. People know you because I've known you
Appreciate
about
it.
you
Yeah,
and everything.
try
So,
to give the message of hope and just help motivate people.
well,
I know people.
you're influential too. Like I've heard some of your stuff about, you know what I mean? Like your real life and
Mhm.
and how you've used arm wrestling and everything. And I think that resonates too, right? Because we all have a story too.
Yeah,
So
that's true. Yeah.
it is nice in a way to hear, trials and tribulations of everybody because it kind of just hits home, right? Like, that's why I love arm wrestling too, right?
Yes, it's
We all
real.
we're
People are
yeah, we're
real.
all a little fucked up in the head,
Yep.
but we're all there for each other as well,
Yep.
right?
And we can help each other too if we're just
Exactly.
nice and kind. And you never know what anyone's going through with the struggle in life, man.
Exactly.
And we all have a story, like you said. So it's nice.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate what you guys are doing, man. It was really great talking to you and
Oh, thanks.
great meeting you, Brian. I mean,
Yeah.
I look forward to maybe meeting you in person and seeing your career progress, man. That's
Oh, you
awesome.
will. You will. Yeah. I'll
Tell
make
Matt
sure.
I said hi,
I
man.
will. I'll tell Matt
For
you said
sure.
hi. And yeah, just remember, yeah, check out our channel a little bit and look at some of the super
I
matches.
will. I'm going to do that, man. I
Yeah,
really
for sure,
appreciate it.
brother. And then yeah, check out that production because I'm gonna try to get you on it. You'll
Okay,
like it.
cool, man. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming on, brother. I
I
appreciate you.
appreciate it. It was an honor. Thank you.
Okay, buddy. And
Take
thanks
care.
everyone